watching cricket on the TV, I decided to go and try backyard cricket with my friends in the street. Then I just loved it. When I got here, I just chased the dream, and here I am.
I was surprised when I found out, he was only been playing for probably only a year and a half at that stage. Imagine if this guy was training since he was 10, like most of Australia.
18 months ago I had a bit of a health scare with my right knee. They found it was a bone infection, so it was golden staph. I was out for quite a long time. It was one of my lowest points in my cricketing career. Giving up has crossed my mind so many times, but at the end of the day I could never give up what I love and what I'm passionate about.
When I was 15 I had a pretty big setback. I was diagnosed with a form of bone cancer, and that happened just after I'd been selected in the WA State Under-15 squad. It was pretty devastating for me. I could see my career starting to take off in a certain direction, but then it all just came crashing down around me.
Yeah, I've had some setbacks. I guess travel's a big one. Well, the most recent Under-19 Victoria team, I just missed out.
He's maybe starting to think, well, am I as good as those players? He certainly is. He's got the potential to take it a long way.
I've been playing in the Under-18 boys 2 years now.
I just see so much potential in Rihanna. There's a lot of us that have a lot of belief in her, but she doesn't necessarily have that belief in herself.
What helped me out a lot after my dad's passing was just cricket and my mum. Without those two, I probably would have gone down a different path, and having those good mentors really pushed me to be the person I am, so I'm very grateful for that.
The Gillette Academy is the opportunity for players around Australia who have been involved in perhaps programs or cricket at a younger age, but for one reason or another haven't quite made it into the pathway. And so it's a great opportunity for them to come along and have an experience and be engaged and motivated and thrilled about being at the NCC with the opportunity to get their cricket really firing along. It'd be really lovely to think that they all took something back to their local clubs and their local places and homes where they play cricket and be able to share that. But I guess the absolute cream on the cake would be that one, two or more of them might be able to reignite their career and really get going again.
Morning everyone, welcome to the Dillon Academy. Right, congratulations on actually being involved in the program, and that's a testament to obviously your love for the game and also the skills and the abilities that you've shown the people who are working with you in cricket. It's important for us to understand the philosophy of what the Dillon Academy is all about, okay? So from our experience, we're going to deliver experience that provides you with the best chance to apply your knowledge in your normal cricket environment, so you're going to take it away from here.
If you're trying to be the best player that you can possibly be, you really need to have an individual plan for how you're going to do that. So we call that an IPP, or an individual player plan. The plan is controlled by the player, but the coaches obviously help feed information in and have a two-way relationship with the player about how their plan is going. Crosses the whole range from you as a person through to your cricket skills, through to your international experience and your professional development. Just gets you thinking and understanding yourself and what you need to do next to become the best player that you can be.
But you need to understand what's important for you, right? So make sure that you go away knowing not what you can do, but what you will do. Right? The only person who actually knows what you will do is you. So I want you to be thinking about, well, what will I do? And don't fool yourself, don't kid yourself, don't make false promises. You're making no promises to me. Right? The only person here that you're making any promises to is yourself. Right? So be very real about what it is that you decide that you will do.
My strength's probably batting, and I'm really keen to try and strengthen my fielding and my mental side of the game.
Very early, you can tell, he's extreme skills, very quick hands, just natural athlete. He could do sort of things that other kids can't do, basically, and and that hasn't changed.
I really like Stephen as a coach because he's always pushing me to do my best and be my best. I've grown up with him since I was probably 12 or 13, and he knows my game really well.
Someone like Geordie, I see him as being perfectly suited to the big bash type cricket, 2020 stuff, and one-day cricket. That's his game. He's dynamic. He's so watchable.
I've got some bad news for you. Every shot I've seen you hit's been mint. They've been smoked. Obviously, you've smoked every shot I've seen you play. Great balance. Yeah, lot to like. Yeah, but how are you feeling?
Yeah, not too bad. I've never really faced anyone that tall with that angle, I guess.
Yeah,
I found that pretty challenging, yeah.
From what I've seen, you're very balanced, you're quite tall, stay over your front foot really well, you stay over your feet really well, which means if they bowl straight, you're in a good position. Geordie's trying to develop his ability against pace bowling. So we identified that he was going reasonably well, but an area for him to possibly go out was the short ball. And it looks like he's a slightly compulsive player of the hook shot. What are your scoring options against the quicker bowling?
I'm like off my legs, anything straight, anything middle, pretty much anything on the stumps I feel like I'm pretty good on and through mid-wicket. Okay. So that's probably...
What about up there?
Up here, yeah, that's probably the one short, quick stuff is probably the main thing I struggle with a bit, I reckon.
So we did some work on me throwing the ball at his head. We established that he had good technique in the way he watched the ball and let it go when the ball was at head height or too high. Then when we introduced the hitting, we discovered that he was trying to hit too many balls, so we wanted him to be hitting balls. Very successful when he hit from the head down and not so successful when he hit from the head up. So it became a decision-making exercise for him, and so we've sent him away with the plan of practicing that each and every training session. He's got a friend that's throwing balls in there, and he's practicing the decision-making that he's doing.
Yeah, I've seen to throw my wicket away a lot, which is a bit frustrating, but hopefully, yeah, this will help me a lot.
He plays really good cricket, and he looks like he could. He's an exciting player, that's for sure. They're going to pick that up and they're going to bowl it. They're going to go, this guy can score, and they'll bowl up there and put two players back. And they'll definitely bowl it above his head and test him out.
The facilities are amazing, obviously. I've been here once before, but to actually train in the nets is just a great opportunity and really grateful. Definitely don't have anything like this in Portland.
So the National Cricket Centre is just a really special place. In one particular building we can play cricket, we can have massages and see physio, we can do the gym, we can have recovery, hot and cold pools. It's all here in one place. Right next door to AB Field, where we've got fantastic facilities with ovals, turf wickets, pitches that allow us to practice subcontinental play and the like. It's a really versatile and fantastic centre.
This is where the physio rehab is done, and so we'll treat lots of players at the same time in here. The exercises, which are supervised, will come down the end. Anyone had any injuries here? Any big injuries? Oh, what have you had?
A stress fracture in my back.
Okay, do you bowl?
I've only just started bowling again this year.
How long's your rehab?
How long was it?
Yeah.
Oh, I had a big rest, and then it was like 3 months of rehab with an exercise physiologist, and then the rest was just gym work.
Very good. What about you?
So I had a tumour in my leg when I was 15. So yeah, obviously had to do a bit of rehab.
Yep.
Coming back from treatment, but yeah, it was about 6 months with a physio. So.
Okay. Was it tough at the time?
Yeah, it was pretty difficult at the start. Like, just had to retrain how to run pretty much, and could barely run at the start because my fitness was so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, build it up slowly.
Oh, good.
Got there eventually.
Hugh endured quite a lot throughout this his treatment. The way he was able to push through it is honestly pretty inspiring.
Yeah, Hugh's biggest question the whole way through treatment was, will I be able to run again? Will I be able to run again? You know, I want to be able to run again.
So I can play cricket. He had to rediscover playing cricket.
Yeah. His techniques changed completely.
I've got a few different orthotics that I use when I play cricket. I can get more power when running, and it lifts up my foot. I just had to learn how to move my leg a little bit different.
His story and what he's been through, I think a lot of people can learn a lot from his resilience and the way he's gone about things.
I suppose we didn't really discover Hugh's resilience until he was actually diagnosed.
Knew if I'd keep working away, keep pushing, and just doing all the things that I used to do and work hard, that I could get back to playing.
Hughie Atkinson is what a wonderful attitude and a great work ethic.
Before that, I'm just going at it. His leg cut up, but it still came out at a pretty good pace. So
He's got batting with balance and poise, and looks like he's really got some skills there. Just needs to probably get a little bit more of an understanding about what skills he's got, because he's looking really tidy from what we've seen.
Hugh's had some kind of setbacks along the way, and I think it showed that if he puts in the work in the gym, he can have a really good success. Cool, we're going to have a go on the other leg.
I think he's going to struggle.
Yeah, that's okay. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Righto, last one. We'll start with girls. It was really impressive to see. So Hugh ran a 9.65 second run of 3 today, which is below our senior benchmark. So we have a senior benchmark of 10 seconds, and that's what we consider our elite standard athletes, particularly our batsmen, that if they can run their run of 3 under 10 seconds, that's really exceptional. So it was really pleasing to see he ran under 9, well, he ran 9.65, and I would consider that an elite standard. 9.65. Awesome, well done. Good job.
I haven't run a time trial in about 5 years, so...
Here you go. See how your arm starts to come on this sort of a path here? Yeah. When you're doing that, you've really only got the choice of bowling high side spin. Yeah. If you try and go over it, it just comes out too slow. Yeah. All right? So we want all our shoulders working in the vertical plane rather than the horizontal around this way. Hugh certainly has an excellent work ethic, and I can see he's got a real passion for it, so he's certainly someone that you want to invest in.
Coming into the academy, I didn't really know what to expect, but I just knew I was going to meet some really good coaches, which I have, and take whatever I can away.
Hugh was excellent. I could see he was really engaged with what we were talking about. It's not easy to do some of the things that we were doing. Technically, he's quite good. He was quite well set up. Hugh will go away and he'll write some stuff down that he learnt today. He's very coachable.
Pretty good having Howie as a coach. Obviously, he's coached Nathan Lyon, a few other spinners for Australia. So it's pretty awesome having his knowledge, just helping me out and give me all the information that hopefully can take me to the next level.
Okay, all right, so we'll get started here, guys. So I suppose when we talk about nutrition, what we look at is that it's just an essential part of being a great player. The Gillette Academy has been designed to basically show these athletes what it takes to make an elite cricket player. So we've been able to throw in components of strength and conditioning, they look at goal setting, but nutrition is another component of that. So they've been able to see how nutrition integrates with all of those things, because it's not one thing that will make a good cricketer, but it's doing all the things right. So good fueling, having enough fuel in the tank is incredibly important for you to be able to perform all day when you're out in the field. What we've got there is a whole lot of snack foods. What I'd like you to do is have a look at them, read the labels, see if you can see where the carbohydrates sort of listed on them, and then maybe we'll sort them into some different piles. Ones that we think are really good fueling foods that you could use as snacks, and then ones that probably haven't got so much fueling component to them. Okay, you right to go? Right. Make some decisions, off you go.
So yeah, it has been just an insight of nutritional information, like what we need to look at before we eat stuff. Because usually, to be honest, I usually don't really look at that stuff. Like when I go shopping, I don't really look at what I'm buying, and yeah, look at the nutritional information. I just buy stuff. Let's check the label. Yeah, so now I think my shopping will be taking, I think, 2 hours more. Yeah, 2 hours extra, just looking at the nutritional information.
Tina, if you can stay away from the nut bars and the yogurt, just so you're running a bit low, so don't bowl so quick, I'll be happy.
They're giving me so much stuff about bowling quick, which I don't really think I'm that quick, but yeah, we'll see how we go when the next comes.
We didn't think about it. I remember hearing whispers from around the other teams about clocking 140 and this big scary bowler. And if you know Tino, he's the heart of a teddy bear. Like, he's the most harmless, caring person. It was just really fun.
It's coming out, right? Just under 120. That's what I knew that was going to be that much. Yeah. Of course, some of my mates, they give me a lot, saying 140, but it's nowhere near 140, 120.
What he does with the bowler and what he's learned to do, he runs right through his run-up. So his approach to the wicket is quick, it's deliberate. He rounds through the wicket. He's got a high arm action.
Yeah, when he's on song, he's almost unplayable. I've seen him rip through the batsman's defence so many times, and he's just got that bit of a wild thing to him.
I was bowling to Jody and Hugh. Those guys were really good, like in terms of challenge, and they were really challenging me. If I go off, they would score runs. So I knew it when I was bowling that I had to challenge them as well.
He really challenged the batters. Both of them spoke to me about facing him and his unusual delivery position or release position, and they found it challenging, even though they both actually did okay as well. That was really challenging, and they enjoyed that because it's something that they're not getting elsewhere.
I haven't really faced many people like Tino before. Really tall and swings it a lot and a lot of bounce. I found that pretty challenging being a short person, I guess.
What do you normally do to try and get your length? If you're in a game and your length's out a little bit, do you have something that you normally would do to check back in so you can bowl your length?
Yeah, I try and find
checklist?
something to look at.
Okay.
So if I'm bowling too full on top of off,
yep.
Sometimes I go and look at the bottom.
Okay, cool.
Or something like that.
Did you do that?
No, I did not.
Okay, so that's a reminder to you.
Yep.
Always use your checklist. Very good.
Tino been fantastic, and it was great for him to get and do some work with Troy, who's one of the best going around in the world, not just here at the NCC.
Troy taught me different kind of lengths. The one that I didn't know, bowling 6 meters to 8 meters off the popping crease.
So there's 6 and 7 meters is a pretty good area that will force the batter either to think about coming backwards or forwards, but also challenge the top of that stump. Now, the more you get to that 6 metre length, the more it's going to hit the stump.
It really helped because he made it harder for the batsman to face. Bowled a few maidens, 2 maidens I think, out of 3 overs. So it was really good, something that I'll go away with and happy to have as a skill.
He's so raw and so young in his cricket days.
Okay.
When he's finished up and got all his strength and his, and his alignment and his run up all nice and fluent, who knows where they could finish? He's a really exciting prospect. Rihanna is here to really try and take her cricket forward. I think she understands that she's a young cricketer. She's a young player as well, but she's a young cricketer and she understands where she's at and she has a real desire to get better. She knows that she needs to get better. She's really keen to maximise what it is that she needs to do so she can go away and do the work.
What I love about cricket is always improving your game. I always try and do my best and push myself.
She's a very good all-round athlete, batting, bowling and fielding. She does all of those 3 skill sets very well. She's only going to get better and stronger as she gets older, so world's her oyster.
Yes, you need to be a technically skilled player to play cricket, but you definitely need to be a mentally strong player who understands and can control your own emotions and direct your thoughts and your thinking to right where it needs to be at the moment.
Just like physical, the mental stuff wears out and runs out. So if you can turn the tap on and off with that concentration, you're going to keep it sharp.
There was a linkage between the mental and the batting session that I did, and it's concentration and having the ability to switch off when you're in a game and not trying to overthink it and just play cricket and just hit the ball.
We get our feet,
yeah.
Right, because where do our feet go?
Where our head goes.
Yeah, our feet go to stop us falling over.
Yeah.
All right, everyone sort of thinks, oh, it's all about footwork, and we say footwork, but the footwork comes from good balance and good head position. Yeah. So if my head goes to the ball, my feet won't stay back there.
Yeah.
All right? If the ball's over there and I go there,
yeah.
All right, so they'll go. I don't tell them to go, they go.
Yeah.
All right, so let's concentrate on just this.
The head.
All right, so that's all. So what happens after that is we're not worried about. If you get your head towards the ball, don't worry about where the shot goes. If it's a bit messy, that's fine. That's how we learn. It's going to be messy. With me?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right, let's go.
Certainly when she doesn't quite get it right, or when I went down to talk to her, I find that she got really distracted by that, and the next 2 or 3 balls were, not so flash. So we spoke about how do we bring you back to the moment, which is which you are right here.
He gave me some good tips and stuff in the nets and just helped me focus and concentrate a bit more and get out of my head. I think once I sort out the mental side of things, everything would start getting a bit more consistent.
Dun dun. Oh, oh, dun dun. Oh, oh, oh. Hey,
We've discovered that each of them have got various traits that are coming to the fore. Tyler, for example, is one that's all of a sudden found himself at the centre of the circle a couple of times and leading the fore and been very happy to jump on the front foot and help.
Everyone in the academy is really good to be with. Everyone's quite funny. Just try to be as positive as I can and try and talk as much as I can to get everyone motivated, get the legs moving, some high knees, some side steps.
He doesn't stop talking.
I think it'd be pretty hard not to keep in touch with someone like Tyler, who's already telling me he's going to take me to the whacker to hit a few sixes.
You got anything, Jordan?
Me and Tyler's built a good relationship over the last day and a half. I guess I've always wanted a little brother, and I guess, we go along really well.
Geordie's a good lad, and wasn't sure if I'd really fit in being the youngest, but Geordie's been a great help along the way, and it was great having that friendship.
When I saw Tyler, I thought he was my age. It wasn't until probably a couple of hours in that I realised he was only 15. It was really hard to believe.
Tyler's had to grow up a little bit quicker than a lot of kids his age. So cricket's really helped get through some of the difficult parts of his life.
So I lost my dad when I was 12. Felt like I was sort of alone, I guess, in a way. What helped me out a lot after my dad's passing was just cricket and my mum. Without those two, I probably would have gone down a different path, and having those good mentors really pushed me to be the person I am, so I'm very grateful for that.
He does work really hard on his whole game. He's pretty amazing. He just has a love of life.
Tyler is just full of energy and full of cricket. It just appears that he can't get enough of it. Bowls with a real stability and strength, and hits the ball really strongly and is looking to score, take the game on, which is really the modern cricketer.
Tyler's the sort of bloke who will get behind the ball. He reads the play well, he's got a good arm, safe hands.
His balance is very good, both in batting and also in bowling. He's got nice rhythm in his run-up. He certainly has that ability to thrive when the pressure comes on.
So where's that ball going to finish in relation to those stumps down there?
I'm hoping just top of off, just
at the top of off
line.
Good, so
full stump.
So the length is important, isn't it?
Yeah.
And if you hit in the top of off stump, more times or not, then the batter's under pressure.
Yeah. Been preparing for the Gillette Academy by really working hard in the lead up to focus on what I really want to work on. Mainly on my consistency with batting. I get distracted a lot by my own thoughts. What am I going to do next? What am my team going to think? Don't get out, sort of things.
Concentration, it's like a water tank. You get an allotment of concentration time. So what you want to do is you want to use that effectively, because if you leave the tap on, runs out, and then you're in trouble. All right, we'll have a look at that. Remember, we've got some spinners coming at you now.
Yep.
Anything that you start differently from a spinner to a quick?
I get a little bit lower,
okay.
So I'll do the same. Usually get it in a lot earlier,
yep.
And then my initial thing is I'm forward.
We basically looked at how they plan, and then how they execute a plan, and then if it goes right or wrong, how they review it. So my main focus today was just to look at that and how they think about what they do, and then also add in a little bit of thought about their technique.
Hugh, Geordie and Harps were all bowling spin to me, so 3 completely different spinners, which was a real challenge, but yeah, hit the spinners around a bit, so it was a good confidence booster.
3, 2, go. Good, push hard, in and out of that turn, good.
I feel pretty good after the physical testing. I did pretty well.
9.81, so that's an elite standard. Sub 10 seconds is an elite standard, so well done.
Yeah. Need to work on the upper body a bit. Not the strongest, so I think it was a good measure to see where I'm at the moment and where I need to be in the next few years. I'm pretty athletic, and I think that's the strongest part of my game.
Tyler jumped a 74-centimetre jump today. That 60 centimetres is what we consider to be an elite standard in our vertical jump. So it was really pleasing to see that he had a jump of 74 centimetres today.
Leading into this, I was really excited, and now that I've been here and faced the quality bowlers, I feel really confident about my game. And hopefully, with the help of the coaches, can take my game to the next step.
Hey guys, how are we doing? Hello Carly, how are you?
It was incredible to meet Christine. Saw him walk in the door, and everyone knows exactly who it is straight away. So
I had my money on Ian Healy, to be honest.
Alice Springs, yeah, right. Is it warm out there at the moment?
It was pretty good to meet Lenny last night. He's a great guy. So had a lot of stories to tell. He was talking about nutrition a lot.
Like 48 hours before a game, I make sure I'm getting the real good foods into me. I just explained my journey and a couple of training techniques and how I get through some pressure cooker situations. I'll visualise about the game, what bowlers I'm going to face, and I think that gives me a little bit of a leg up going into the match. Is there anything that you guys struggle with?
Probably overthinking.
Yeah. When I was like 17, 18, you think, oh, I've got to play for Australia in the next couple of years, or I'm not going to do it at all. That's like not the case at all. It's a long-term game. You know, I've had 2 shoulder recons on my left side, and then I actually put the right side out about 18 months ago. Like for me, I thought the world was over, and that's what I was saying. There's a bit more to life than cricket. They're great kids, you know, they have plenty of questions. They all have a different story and been through some setbacks.
18 months ago, I had a bit of a health scare with my right knee. I was out for quite a long time. It was one of my lowest points in my cricketing career.
Her heart was telling her to still go with cricket, but I think her head was saying, you know, why?
Yeah, she was doing a lot of training, but getting nowhere.
Giving up has crossed my mind so many times, but at the end of the day, I could never give up what I love and what I'm passionate about.
Carly bats with no fear. It doesn't matter whether she's facing a state bowler or whether she's facing just a normal 17-year-old grade player. She's got no fear. She just takes the game on.
Carly has shown, acquired a determination and a focus on what she's looking to do, but being very team orientated and working in pairs to service another player while she's working on her own game. Been fantastic as well.
This will be our 6th season with Carly. She was a girl that could bowl quick as a 13-year-old, had a really good eye with the bat as well. We actually got a phone call from Greg Chappell, who spotted her at one of the junior programs and suggested that we get her involved, and she's been with us ever since.
So generally, if you want to bowl faster, generally they tell you to run up faster and jump and have more of a leap in your action as well. So extra momentum in your run up is going to help your pace at the other end.
Yeah.
And also your running style. You want to be as efficient as you possibly can, so you've got to really work hard on your running technique. She's got a lot of natural athleticism, not a lot of natural ability. And very coachable, very athletic. She's someone that likes to keep things nice and flowy. We worked on relaxing in her walk back to the mark and have a nice, controlled, consistent run-up. She didn't really have a set point that she was running from.
Well, I actually marked my run-up with a tape measure, so I think that'll be a big difference with just bowling an over consistently.
Carly's really good. She's a really talented player. It was really good to play against another girl that's at a higher level than me. Something to work towards.
I had Ree bowling at me. That was a good Yorker. I think she got me out, so.
She was a pretty solid batter. I think she knew what she was doing, played the right shots to the right ball.
So your challenge is to stop her hitting into the pug nets, but it's about leadership. How can I control this environment so that she can't hit the ball into those pug nets? Batter up.
The first drill was just to hit the gaps. Pretty hard because I had to be really switched on.
You're trying to solve a problem, that's where I can score a run, and that's where I can score a run.
Yeah.
So this is really about decision making, isn't it? Yeah. They're going to bowl, can I get the ball there or there? If I can't, what am I going to do?
Did some work with Carly. When they bowl a little bit tighter, she comes through with a really dominant bottom hand, closes the bat face off, gets the bat in front, and a lot of top edges, a lot of sky balls.
Just hold on for 1 sec. All right, this is pretty challenging. Right, don't rush it here, okay? Just play your shot, calm yourself down, come back and go, righto. Okay, here I go again. There's only 1 second I need to be concentrating, and that's when he releases the ball. Okay, so I've got to get myself there at that point in time.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck.
It's just explained it to me in an easier way.
Stay patient.
Helping me get my head and hands to the ball.
Well done.
And when she got that positioning, when she was quite strong and held her shape, she hit the ball really nicely.
Everyone's going to ask and is going to want to know what it was like and what we did. There's just been a lot of different things that have surprised me.
Righto, here we go. Grand final. 1, 2, 3. Well done. We got a winner.
We all got along extremely well, so that exceeded my expectations.
We've really focused on giving them the skills and the understanding and the clarity that they need to take things away that they can use back when they get to their home port, their home ground, their home clubs. Cricket's a really tough game. This group's close, okay? So we're trying to just give them every chance that they can, every motivation, every piece of advice and help and encouragement to really test it as long as hard as they can to see if they can get there.
Yeah, I think the Gillette Academy has been a massive inspirational booster for myself. Getting to use the facilities and all the coaching staff, having that access it's really going to drive me to hopefully one day end up here with Cricket Australia.
The Gillette Academy has definitely inspired me to keep getting better. Hearing other stories about all the other participants has inspired me to keep pushing my game, and it's hard with all the participants spread across Australia, but if I get a chance to catch up with any of them, then I'll definitely make the effort to do that.
Really inspiring, to be honest. There are people who are trying to work hard as well, trying to get better as I am trying to do. So it has been really good working with those guys.
It sort of set a benchmark of where I need to be. When I get home, I got a lot of stuff to work on. I know what I need to work on, and I've got the resources to do that, so it should be good.
I think it exceeded my expectations. I'm a bit sad that it's already done. Yeah, it was such a good 2 days.
What's impressed me the most is just how we are different people with different backgrounds, and we've all just come together because we've got something in common, cricket. That have had struggle in the past, they're getting help from Cricket Australia and Gillette, which is awesome that you get this opportunity. But yeah, it's good to see people that deserve an opportunity getting these opportunities. Yeah, it's really awesome.